Hey guys, I get quite a lot of questions at the moment on what it's actually like to run an OnlyFans agencies, what are the responsibilities, what are like the biggest challenges in growing an OnlyFans profile, in managing an agency, and there's also quite a lot of misconception about what the struggles are. So I just thought I would run through like my what like a day is like in the life of an OnlyFans agency manager, and yeah, and clear up some of the rumors about the structure that you have in an OnlyFans business. So the first biggest misconception I think people have is believing that it's hard to find and recruit girls, and it really isn't. That has never been like the struggle of the business for me. Even now, I have two to three girls reaching out to me per day who have found like my YouTube videos on like growing out OnlyFans profiles, and they have tried OnlyFans themselves, and then they are asking, can I start OnlyFans? Are you partnering with people at the moment? They're just applying to join our agency. So of course that helps, like that I have, I don't know, a little bit of an audience and so on, and that I can be found by YouTube. And of course it's going to help if you have like access to women in real life, like through one way or another, is going to make the job much faster. But it's also like very easy just by just going out and dating, meeting girls in real life. Like I've recruited multiple women, and they're actually some of like my best performers. As much as I work with models remotely who are like international as well. I do find it far easier to manage girls who in the same country as me. It's just much more easy for me to make them successful. So some of our best performers are actually local women, but we do work internationally as well. But yeah, I often get like guys in the inbox kind of saying that they have access to 30 women who all want to start OnlyFans, and that's not really delivering any value. It's really not very hard to find the girls. The difficulty is in growing out the profiles. That is the hard part. So yeah, just to, I don't know, go through general like day-to-day structure. Like I have all of the processes, and I've built out the teams to put everything like in place for this to be a pretty automated, in fact, an almost entirely automated income stream for me. Like the marketing campaigns from model to another are pretty like copy and paste, like following a few like minor adjustments and tweaks depending if the niche of the model is changing. But generally, you can just copy and paste and like literally replicate one strategy across all of your girls. So it is quite easy to actually build out processes, build out teams to execute on the marketing campaigns and the marketing strategies. But it definitely wasn't always like that. It took quite a lot of time for us to figure out like what are like the most effective channels, and to optimize the channels and build out processes to make sure that we waste like as small of amount of time as possible. So as an agency, I guess let's get into the core focus of what does an agency actually do. In my eyes, the key responsibility of our agency is to make the model as successful as possible, requiring the minimum amount of input from her. So we will try to make OnlyFans as passive as possible for her, whilst maximizing the amount of income that we can make, both for her and for us, because we work on a 50% commission basis. So our interests are like mutually aligned. And the way that we do that is we will put a team on board to manage each like OnlyFans model that we work with. So we have a team of 24/7 chat who are assigned to the account, so we can look at that as like a sales team. We then also assign two like full-time marketers who will handle all of the social media profiles. I mentioned before, we make like about 80 Instagram accounts per model. We will also do a ton of dating profiles, Tinder, Bumble, Badoo, and a couple of other like smaller up and coming dating apps that we're playing around with. So we do a lot of like content repurposing and republishing on all of these different platforms. And there's nothing, it's just like labor intensive work, we can say. There's nothing that is overly complicated, or it is running like a social media marketing agency, but you are managing the product like in-house. It is very like social media intensive in terms of growing out these accounts. The only thing that isn't social media related on the promotional aspect is going to be the sales team. And they are logged into the account and they are pretending to be the model. So any customers who are subscribing to the account, when they're messaging in, sending in their dick pics and so on, thinking that they're getting dick ratings from the model, they're not at all.